All right, welcome to the pull chain day. Back, biceps, and rear deltoids here in round 4 of the push-pull squat challenge. And today's tech tip is something you can apply to both rows and for vertical pulling exercises like pull-down machines, pull-ups, or even some types of weight machines. Now, yesterday, we started exploring using a narrower hand position to enhance your shoulder work in pike push-ups. And today we're gonna be doing the exact same thing for your pull chain work. Specifically, using a relatively narrow hand position for our pull-up variations. But it's not the hand position that we're interested in keeping tight, it's the shoulder blades and the arms. Because elbow issues are one of the most common injuries in calisthenics, largely because the shoulders are hunched up and forward and the elbows are splayed out when doing our pulling movements, especially things like pull-ups. And that places a lot more stress right on the inside of the elbows. So the lesson is, it's not so much about just even bringing the arms in, but your shoulder blades down and back. Envision your shoulder blades themselves getting tight and narrow. It's a myth. The ability to build a wider back comes from getting everything wider. But it's actually doesn't really matter what your hand placement is. Instead, it's all about that adductive quality of your lats and your shoulders to pull everything in. So you're gonna be working your lats and your biceps and your rear deltoids, whether or not you're creating adduction or you're maintaining adduction, which is what you totally wanna do with keeping everything in very, very tight. For the micro workout today, I recommend keeping the reps relatively low, not so much to emphasize strength, but to work on practicing the technique of packing those shoulders down and back really tight and keeping the arms in as close as possible. So something possibly like 5 repetitions, keeping well away from fatigue and failure, and maybe even use a lower level of resistance than you're usually used to, because higher levels of resistance typically just kind of reinforce the old movement patterns. Perform your strong sets as you can, and then for today's finisher, we're gonna be doing either cable or suspension pull downs. Once again, emphasizing that inward squeeze as you pull your hands closer towards your hips, trying to minimize any space between your arms and your torso. It also helps to keep your shoulders really tight and packed away from your ears, because every millimeter you elevate and protract your shoulders, you're decreasing the amount of strength and power you'll have in your lats. Check out the first video here in round 4 of the push-pull squat challenge. This is all about building bigger, stronger shoulders with less pain in the shoulders as well. Let me know if you have further questions down below in the comments. Be fit, live free.